So please let me know once you guys are able to see my screen.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes, sir, I can see you.
Okay. So what screen you guys are seeing right now?
No, sir, we were not able to see yours.
Just your face.
Okay. Can you see it now?
Yeah, yes, sir, we can see it now.
Yeah, I can see LinkedIn.
Okay, sure. So my name is Asim Jain and I am a full stack developer, leader and a cloud professional. I have around 12 years of experience in IT industry and I am very passionate to learn things and teach them and try experimenting. Right now I'm working for Rackspace. Have you guys heard about Rackspace? So Rackspace is a
No,
No,
sir.
cloud.
sir.
So Rackspace is based like this company is in Austin, and this is it has several offices in Australia, London, all over the world. It's a cloud provider, which means Amazon Cloud or Microsoft, whatever. So this is one of them. This is called as Rackspace. So it's a technology company and it's pretty much open like Google. So we have sliders in our office, we have sports and lot many things. We have scooters and cycles inside the office. So we go from one meeting room to another meeting, cycle and all that. So it's pretty cool to work with. So I am working with them since about a year and a half, and before that I was working with Gravitant in Austin area, 2013 to 15. Before that, so it's a long list basically. I have about 12 to 13 year of experience right now. Now, what technologies I have worked for? So it's essentially I'm a certified Java programmer in 2006, and I am masters in computer application from India, Indore. So I belong to Indore region, which is in Madhya Pradesh. Uh, and then I moved to US about 4 years before. I just moved to US. So this is pretty much about me, and I have worked on all aspects. Right now, I am leading a team of 6 developers and a QE, and we work on different technologies. So once you know your product become bigger, you have to use multiple technology. So we are using Angular JS, we are using Java repos, and we are using Python. We are also using Go components. Go is another language like Java, which has been recently got the traction since it's Google owned, right? Google have developed it, so it's pretty fast and pretty neat. I'll in some of the sessions I'll let you know about that because that is future, and Java is kind of present and past. Java has become pretty old now. So multi-core processor, hi-fi infrastructure and hardware, which recently they are coming up. So how to leverage those multi-cores and all that, this language is based on that. But when we think about Java, when Java was developed about 30 years before, the hardware was very limited. And, so it's Java, even now it assumes that there is single processor and it works on multi-threading so that they can do some time sharing and multi-threading to utilize the process cycle. However, in latest languages, it's like it knows that there would be four quadra processor or multiple processor with big bit rate like the 32 bits, basically cable buses and all that. So it's hi-fi, just leave about that. So coming back to yeah, my profile and all that, so feel free to, so this is my Sun certified Java programming certificate. I am also a MongoDB certified developer and administrator. So MongoDB is a NoSQL database. It's again the cutting edge hi-fi technology on which I have just recently finished certification last year. And then I am bachelor's of computer plus masters as well. So you can check this out whenever you get time. You can go through recommendations, and we'll of course share each other's mm, LinkedIn, and we'll get connected. So another thing is I am a passionate blogger. After the session on the email, I'll share all these links. They might be helpful for you. So you will find tutorials. Some of the tutorials. I am not like very active, but I am active blogger, and I have about more than 500 blog posts in last 10 years since when I am writing these blogs. So if you will go here, you will find about me, and then if you will go to home, let's go to home. So I keep writing something about JavaScript closure or the Go language closure program. These are very advanced level fundamentals. So once we are ready, we'll go there. Or you guys feel free to ask any such questions and bring them up, so we can also discuss those things. And this is about MongoDB exporting JSON, Mongo exports. You will find a lot of blogs about Mongo basically. And I also write some technical and non-technical both kind of blogs. So we'll also have one Git training wherein we will understand how to use Git, and you will have to submit your assignments, create your repositories using Git. So if you know, it's very good, well done and awesome. If you don't know, I'll help you to understand, and then we'll learn and move ahead. So there you will find some Python posts as well here. So let's not go to all the posts, it's just introductory. So if you will go to tutorial, you will find, so if you go to Java, you will find Java related posts basically. Multiple Tomcat instances on one machine, how that can be achieved. How to run ActiveMQ for JMS. So if you will like to follow these blogs also, sometime you can do. How to install Maven on Mac, and some other lot many other Java concept. No need to initialize Boolean at class. So I don't know, like you will find these mm, maybe helpful sometime. Sorry about this, I just got a call. So cloning is a very good concept. We will cover one session on this, and that's going to be really good. And whenever we try to make thread, what's the difference between implements runnable and extends thread, because there are multiple ways. So let's move ahead from this. So this is my blogs. Yeah, of course, if you would like to check some awards link. So these are my few of my awards for recognition which I have got from my companies. So I am a day-to-day programmer, and your company is good. You're lucky that you got a company which got you a hands-on instructor. So I am not like more theory that I read something somewhere and just will let you know, guys. So whatever is the current best practice in the industry which is going on, whatever is the hands-on thing, we'll make it more practicable and more interactive, not just book kind of stuff. And main motive behind this training is to enable you guys so that once you get a job, getting job is not that difficult, but surviving there and rising is the main challenge, right? So you of course you guys will learn from here and there, read something, and will maybe you might understand or might not understand, but just cram it like a parrot, and then you might get a job. But after that, main stress starts because you have to perform, and there are a lot of expectation. So if your fundamentals are good, you can easily work anywhere, anything. So that's not a problem. But if we don't have fundamentals and we try to cram or learn stuff just just for sake of, then it becomes a problem. So we'll go both ways. We will go a little bit of theory so that you guys are excellent enough to answer interview question and get a job. But at the same time, we'll keep a balance on understanding the basic fundamental and concept, so that you can survive easily and rise in the job. So if you will go to this, so I have finished a lot of certifications. You will find this one was from Mongo University, MongoDB for developers. And then this is from Google Code School. This is for dev tools. Then there is Angular JS certificate. Then there is SCJP Java. And I was a mountaineer before. when I was in India in 20, which year is it? 2001. So I was with government of Himachal Pradesh. I did some tracking and stuff there. So this is pretty much about my blog and other stuff. There are some images and some videos over there. This just outside my house here. These are some old pics, and I have hobby of flying. Now let's go to the GitHub link. So the GitHub link basically now in recent industry or big companies like Google, Amazon, Rackspace, or whatever technology company, they don't ask for anything apart from your GitHub link, and then they go to your repositories and see how good coder you are. So nowadays, pattern is shifting from theory to hands-on and practicals. So if you will go here, let's say I have a design pattern repository. So what kind of code just to take a pause, do you guys know about design patterns?
We do know, we have learned in our bachelor's actually.
Okay. So we'll go one session about design pattern. So design pattern are the patterns which help us to solve the common problems with some standard solutions. Something like that. Just give me a moment. Someone pinged me. He might need me. I'll just reply. Okay. Sorry about that. I replied to the person. So MVC is a design pattern. So whatever frameworks, we want to learn. Basically, framework solves our problem. So we don't have to build the entire code or write the entire code. We consume some framework. Some framework solves problem. For example, you do shopping in Amazon website. So on the Amazon website, it's mainly commercial website. So some of the patterns which are there, which are used in there, might be different from the banking website, because banking website is less fancy but more secure. So they have some different problems to solve, different design. That way they design their website and backend and everything. But if you go to NASA website, it is more like they have more users who are reading, and it's more research material, something like that. One-way traffic, right? They don't interact, they just consume the information from NASA website. So it is designed with some different design patterns taking in consideration. However, if you do Amazon online shopping or whatever, it's more interactive. People will like something, they want to compare it with similar items, they would like to give the review, so they are also writing there. Then they would like to add it in the card, add it in the favorites, and lot many interaction happens. So for those interaction, observer design patterns, some other design patterns would be used. So what I did over here in this Git repository, I'm going to share this link, of course, and you guys can fork it. So I'll also train you that how to fork these repositories, how you can run these programs locally and all that. So let's talk about decorator design pattern. So decorator design pattern, you will just go to a package, you will find a client. Once you will get this code, either you can download or copy paste, and then you can run. And from the website you will get the details, let me just DSNG design patterns, Spring design pattern used in Java framework. I think I here design pattern, right? So once you click design pattern, there are design. So you will also we'll go through it, of course, but in your meantime you guys can go, there will be diagrams and explanation. So this is called as interpreter design pattern. So whenever we make music, so basically the music has some programming inside it, which button you are pressing it detects, and based on that it creates that kind of frequency of the sound. So there is interpreter who interprets which node of for music keyboard you are playing. That's how it works. So you can program. So once you change the options from here, the programming change. So you can hear the flute and guitar sound from the piano itself. So that's how the basic pattern works over there. So mediator design pattern, which mediates it's the best example for mediator is air traffic control. So there are a lot of planes on runway, there are a lot of planes which are flying, but mediator ATC, which is called as air traffic controller, it controls both of these. So tomorrow, let's say you have been given a project to write in your favorite language, probably in Java. Maybe I can give you that project or assignment as homework. So you have to create aircraft objects or classes or whatever, and then you have to create a program which is air traffic controller, and it has to control the planes. So what is the need? The aircraft is flying and it has to know that there is nothing on the runway, so that by mistake if it lands, it should not do a crash landing on crash into other aircraft. That is the high level requirement. So keeping those condition in mind, you might have to write a small program for ATC, air traffic controller, which will take care of the aircraft objects and help them landing safely and then get the message. If you have a bug, you guys might be knowing about bug or issues in your program, then your planes might get crashed and a lot of lives might be at risk. So we don't want to take those chances. So we have to be robust in our program. So these are the such kind of programs are called mission critical program. If you work for Amazon and you write a code which has bug, so what will happen? Someone bought a lipstick and it didn't ship properly. That's fine. It's not that risky. But if you write submarine programs, military programs, or aircraft programs, small bug can cost million of dollars in life. So just keep we have to keep such a thing in mind. Okay, let's move on. We'll not go deep into it, but there is a lot to talk about it. So coming back to the GitHub repository, so if you will go here, you can find different design patterns. Let's go to mediator design pattern, what we were discussing there, air traffic control, like. So mediator design pattern. So inside this, I have given three different examples. One is your messenger, your chat messenger or Yahoo messenger or whatever you guys use. So how it mediates, two people are talking or five people are talking, and there is a common center mediator which listens and then it emits the message. This is the ATC program where we have ATC mediator.java class. We have a flight class and then we have a client for ATC, which takes care, initiates what kind of flights are there, in what kind of operations are there. So at the right time, we'll run these programs and then I'll encourage you guys to run it on your local box, run it. You can make changes. So it's a very good kind of learning. Once you are, you will have mastery on these small projects and patterns and something like that. The base of all these big frameworks are these small design patterns. Spring has 4 or 5 of such design patterns involved inside it. How it does, how it functions, what is inversion of control, we call it IOC principle, and how does the interceptor work. So interceptor is again a design pattern in here, interceptor. So it provides everything Spring, but the fundamental is this. So we learn all such things. So this was a very big introduction of mine. Now we'll go one by one from each of you. So we'll start with Harsh, then we'll go for Mohan, Narendra and Spurti, whatever is the sequence here I see. So Harsh, would you like to speak about yourself, your hobbies and everything?
Hey, hi, I'm Harsha,
Mm-hmm.
and I have an experience of 2 years in TCS, and then I have done masters here, and right now actually in TCS I work for C and Unix. After doing masters, I'm interested in Java. So planning to take Java coaching and then build my career in that. So this is like I don't have any knowledge on Java, but somehow trying to after seeing your introduction, I to feel like doing some create a repository and do some small design patterns and all such kind of things. My hobbies are basically like I read a lot
Mm-hmm.
and read in the sense not technically some other blogs. Yeah, that's it. Reading not many things. This is short introduction about me.
So, please come back to your hobbies. What is your hobby? Main passionate thing which you really, really like doing?
Actually, like I always read about movie blogs and I take short films. So it's totally different, not related to any techie kind of thing. But somehow, like I'm also interested in Java from this masters. I have a course, so I learned a bit, but never coded. So planning to take this as a hobby and continue.
Okay. So, which location you are right now connected from?
New Jersey, New Jersey.
New Jersey. So it's 9 o'clock here right now. What's the time?
Yeah, 9.
Okay. So I am from Austin area. So I'll be in Central Time Zone. So I hope it's not that late, but it's good. It's good for you.
Yeah, yeah. It's
So
not.
right now you are what's your full time? How do you spend your day these days?
These days, like I'm preparing for interviews.
Okay, yeah,
So
that means you have enough time to prepare, read, ask questions to me, discuss in the group, everything, right?
yes, yes, I do.
Okay, awesome. So, it depends on the students of the, energy of the students and energy of the teacher both. How
Yeah,
productive we will be. We have a limited time, all of us. Maybe, I don't know, 30 sessions or whatever. But I would like whatever I have learned in my life in these 10, 15 years, you can take best advantage of me, learn those things, and then go ahead in your career, or just time will pass, class will get over, you will just learn something, just like another class we have been doing always, one more class, one more course finished, something like that. So
yeah,
we would like, of course, that we you guys get maximum benefit and I get maximum satisfaction by the end of the session by looking at your progress. And of course, when you will rise in your career, or when you will make some awesome programs and codes remembering me, that would be my biggest satisfaction by then.
yeah.
Fine.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
So now we'll go with Mohan, please introduce yourself in detail.
Hi, sir. My name is Mohan,
Mm-hmm.
and I did my master's in electrical engineering from California State University, Los Angeles. And my hobbies are like playing cricket, watching movies, and some web savvy. And coming to this class, I have from the past 3 months I have learned core Java at my sister's house, and now I would like to go deep into the like advanced concepts of Java, like as some frameworks, Springs, Hibernate, and these things.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And you also have entire day to study, finish assignments and everything,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, sure. That's awesome. Fine. Okay, now we'll go with Narendra.
Yeah, hello everyone. This is Narendra Reddy. Like, I don't have any real world experience. I have got my bachelor's degree in 2015, and no sooner I have been to my master's. And in master's, my stream is applied computer science, where I have good subjects like OOPS concepts, web development, Swift language, as I don't have any real world experience, let me say my university, it's Northwest Missouri State University. We do have a 6 months project time known as graduate directed project, where I have worked on a project which is Android based. It is GeoHelper, and apart from that, I did two more projects. They are IRSP, which is in Swift, and coming to an e-commerce website, which is like similar to Walmart online shopping e-commerce website. I have developed that site by using JSPs, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and backend JDBC. Like coming to me, I'm very much interested towards programming, mainly in front-end and back-end development technologies. I got this interest when I have been developing the Walmart online e-commerce website, because I too had came across some challenging aspects there. So like which I have been successfully came across those challenging aspects. Like I got very interested. Like at that moment, I decided to get into this stream only. So, and coming to me, my hobbies are like cooking and watching reality shows. This is a brief introduction of me.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's great. Cooking is a good hobby to have. Okay. And you are
Thank you.
also available, or you are like you have college assignments or what? If you study and all, how much time do you have and
No, no,
when?
no. I have been graduated.
Okay, so you have
No,
free
actually,
time.
I have been graduated in December 2016. Yeah, yes, I do have free time all the day.
Okay, so yeah, you can focus better if you have time. And what time is it at your place right now?
Yeah, I'm in Austin.
Oh, okay, then it's same time. Okay, that's good. Thank you.
Yeah, yes. Thank you.
So we'll go with Spurti now.
Name is Spurti.
Yeah.
Yeah. I and Narinder have graduated this December from Northwest Missouri State University,
Mm-hmm.
and and coming to the projects, Walmart online shopping and GeoHelper, we both have done it. We were a part of the project team,
Mm-hmm.
and I have completed my bachelor's from Aurora College in 2015. And I have two projects which I have experience in bachelor's also. But those are related to web development, and I've done one in my master's, that is Walmart online shopping. That's it about me. I'm very passionate. I like programming, and I'm very interested in programming. And I don't have any experience in Java, but I would like to gain real time experience too.
Okay. And hobbies?
Uh, my hobbies are I like to go on trips. I would like to go on trips, and I like to face adventures.
You want adventures? You like adventures, sorry?
Yeah, yeah, something like trekking and all.
Oh wow, that's good. That's awesome.
Thank you.
So now, looking at all of you, Mohan is 3 months into Java, and rest of us might be, might want to learn Java from ground up, basically. So we might have to set the expectation right, what pace we have to move, what time we have to move, so that it's comfortable for as a batch, because we have to go as a batch. If you are able to accomplish more, you can go deeper, but we have to set the pace so everyone understands and everybody is enjoying the learning. There is no burden, but everyone is motivated enough to move ahead. So first we have to figure out the timing, what timing we can work out. Since I am a full time employee, like working for Rackspace, so 9 to 6 is my job. So what time I can spend is evening time. Usually it's same, like 7:30 to 8:30, whatever this time when we are talking, 7:30 to 8:30. So we will essentially have five sessions per week, including weekends. So we can spend more time over weekends, because I do have off from my work, so I can spend more time. but usually we will have a rhythm of 7:30 to 8:30 daily, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Probably Thursday would be optional, but Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday we'll have 7:30 to 8:30 my time, this time here. And weekends we can do 1:30 to 4, 1:30 to 3, something like that. I'll just update you about that. And Thursday and Friday would be off, because on Friday I have some satsangs or somewhere to go every Friday with my family. I have a small daughter, she's 7 year old, so that's why on Friday I'm not available, but on Thursday optionally we can be. So I'm also working for one project for a transport company, and on Thursdays I have meeting with them, evening meeting. So I'm pretty much booked there, but optionally we can see. So does these days work for you? Like we start from Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 5 days in a row, and then Thursday, Friday off.
We are fine with the time. So
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
we are fine.
okay, awesome. Now we would like to make it more interactive so that you guys can also speak up. Otherwise, it's more or less like a YouTube video where instructor goes and he teaches and he blah 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 and goes, right? So this is an interactive training. So we would not. I have a good or bad habit, whatever, that I don't take pause and I can speak for hours and hours together. But I want to speak something which is useful for you guys. Of course, for now, maybe whatever I'll say that might make some or the other sense. But whatever doubt you have in your brain or mind, or whatever you want to ask questions, sometime whenever I say or try to make you understand any concept, right? So I can change examples. I can give that example that can make your fundamental concept clear. Once you learn these concept, let's say we take Java as example, or maybe any language. So these fundamental will work for you lifetime, and you can connect it with whatever latest technologies or language you will learn later. So Java is more, stable, widely used, and whatever. But there are new languages coming up. Go is very promising language. It's coming up rapidly. We'll also understand or take. I'll also take some sessions on Angular JS, so that you guys have whatever cutting technology. The reason is Sharad ji, he told me. So let me give you one more example before I go to Sharad ji's example. So when I was in India, it's 2005. I'm talking about way back. So 2003 to 2005, I worked for a company as a web designer after finishing my masters in 2003. And then when I came to Pune, I haven't worked for any big company or enterprise or something. So I stayed with my friend's place. I stayed with him. And what he used to do is whenever he come back from office, he will tell me what happened in his office. So he will tell me how thing works, how they did Scrum meetings, and what was the problem, what was the bug, production bug, deployment. All these words I have just heard about, but after a couple of months I got an interview call, and then I have to show them, since I didn't had much big real time experience, but for freshers it was difficult to get a job. So I had experience of some small company though, but they asked me few questions and I was able to relate. I know, okay, what is production environment, how does the production bug comes, what is staging environment, because my friend just 15 minutes casual talking, but I was able to understand how actually the IT industry works, and I was able to relate. So the interviewer thought that there were several candidates, but I preferably was the closer one who had all that understanding which he wanted from the candidate. And I got the job offer, spot offer, same day. Whatever salary I asked, no negotiations, nothing. That's how, once you have understanding, high level. So my job will be, apart from this technical knowledge, whatever I'll give you, I'll also give you little bit of glimpses of the methodologies, how things, what tools, and everything, day by day, session by session, little bit little. So it will help you to relate, and once you will, let's say, work for Google or Amazon, Facebook, wherever you will go, so you can relate, okay, I know this thing, this is not something new, this is not something which I am hearing for the first time. I know little bit of details, and that will give you more boost and confidence from inside. So we'll go that way. But in nutshell, what Sharadji told me is, give more exposure to the students, because theory they can always go on any website and can open up any tutorial and can start reading. But main thing is, whatever your doubts are there, you have to ask me. Whatever fundamentals you need to build up, that I have to help you with that. So we'll make it more interactive first, and second, more hands-on. So more assignments and homeworks you will do and you will submit, it's better for you. So in the process, what will happen, so you guys will create a GitHub account, right? Just go to github.com, sign in, create a GitHub account. And once you will, and I'll take this session soon. So once you will have your GitHub account, then you can start doing some small programming. So let's go to my repositories. So far I have some different repository. So I made Golang, Go playground, wherein I'll do some research or any, hello world or any simple programs and will learn it. There are some Node.js, MeanStack. MeanStack means Mongo and Express, Angular and Node. This is another full stack training development, which is very, very popular. And if you know MeanStack, your job is like, people will chase behind you. Okay, we need you. Whatever money you want, we need you. Something like that. That is MeanStack. And so there are, this one is a big repository, it's Java, and basically, so we'll be focusing on the all projects and programs, whatever you will learn and do as we go through the projects. Then there is a repository for Java coding puzzles also, so you will find some coding challenges inside this, what you can solve. So it will grow you in two ways. First is your programming syntax wise, and second is your thinking ability, how fast you can think, how optimized you can think. Because in life, for every problem there are multiple solutions, but which solution is best, which gives you less pain, takes less effort, and gives you most fruit, something like that, if you are smart enough, you can reach there. That can come with practice basically, or that can come with experience. So more practice you can do, you can, with within less time you will reach there. Then we have some data structure coding puzzles also, reversing arrays, and some simple, some difficult 2D 3D arrays, something like that. So we can go there. And so just about there is Python. So I have also created a repository called as Python Playground, wherein I have just created a simple game which is called as tic-tac-toe. So we'll play this game once. I will run this and we'll interactively play this game, and then you guys have to code something similar in the language of your choice, probably Java or whatever. So once we'll reach sufficient enough into Java, you guys can create this program, and then you can always add some UI or something on top of that. That depends upon your creativity, how creative you want or how faster you want to learn. Right, so this was an introductory session, and in next 10 minutes we are going to finish and wind up. But before doing that, let's do something hands-on, some practical. So I don't know which, so I'm using Mac computers probably. So how many of, can you please one by one go and let me know if you are using which platform, and then which IDE you guys are using.
ఈ కార్డ్ అప్రూవ్ అయిన డేట్ నుంచి అక్టోబర్ నుంచి 60 డేస్ లోపల కార్డ్ అప్రూవ్ అయిన డేట్ నుంచి 60 డేస్ లోపల 60 డేస్ తర్వాత కంపల్సరీ పే ఇప్పుడు అక్టోబర్ లో
So I think I am getting background noise. Hello.
Yeah, I think Mohan.
Yeah, I think some guest or someone was behind Mohan's microphone. So we can go, both order. First, Harsh to Spurti and then Spurti to Harsh. We will start with Spurti in the, downward sequence. So Spurti, what platform you are using? Which, like Mac or which editor you are using or planning to use?
Uh, I'm using Windows, and I'm flexible with anything, but I use NetBeans as my part of course actually.
Okay, NetBeans is a good editor, so you can continue
Okay.
using NetBeans. That is good.
Okay. Okay.
Naveen?
Yeah, hi sir. The same with me. I'm using Windows and NetBeans IDE.
Okay, sure. And Mohan?
Sir, I am using Windows and my IDE is Eclipse.
And sorry, which ID?
Eclipse, sir, Eclipse.
Eclipse. Okay, that is fine. And Harsha?
Yeah, you need to like Windows and Eclipse.
Okay, sure. So two of you guys will use Windows with Eclipse. And so just understand whatever editor you are using, you should be proficient enough to use its shortcut keys. It's little bit different in Windows and Mac. It's little bit different from editor to editor, but the program and the concept, which is our main aim to learn, that remains same. So I'll be using Idea IntelliJ. It's a paid editor. It's like $250 a year. Something is the licensing. It is a little bit more or less same. So we will be doing normal refactoring. I will let you know how refactoring option works here, and here and there by change of some keys or these options. Windows it might be somewhere there, and then in NetBeans and Eclipse it would be left or right, but all options are available everywhere throughout on all editors. So we'll use it, you guys will learn concept and then try it out there. So we'll first create just a simple program here. So what is workspace, what's that concept, we'll just understand. So creating concept, creating, we are about to create a new project. So there would be some plugins. You want to make a static website, or you want to do a Python project or Node.js with npm install. Idea IntelliJ provides some licensed support of all these frameworks, whatever you want to go. So I say, okay, I want to do something on Java. Then they ask, okay, what on Java, basically. So you can also add additional libraries for Groovy, and then you can have JBoss. JBoss is a server, basically, right? So your Java program you can run, deploy it in JBoss. So backend is there. You can expose REST services. I'll give you the overall fundamental of what RESTful services are. They are pretty common, oftenly asked in interviews, and it's very useful because whatever mobile development you do, whatever web development you do, wherever on cloud, if you want to do something, if you want to do SOA architectures, software oriented architecture, it's called as SOA. And feel free to write your notes as I speak. I might speak so many high funda concept or useful things which you might not remember. So on your computer and notepad, wherever, just keep writing some words. If you want some details, okay sir, you as you were telling something about SOA or that day, can you please explain a little bit so I can go a bit deeper on that. So SOA, software oriented architecture, small components you create. And so it's not you can think of it as something you are having a very big truck, basically, which you need to move. So if one person is there, let's take call it as a bus. So even two people are there, or five people are there, or 40 people are there, you have to always go take the bus even for single person. So previously software used to be very bulky, but now they have divided. Instead of one big bus, they will have four different small cars. So that will also cost less. Four small car always costs less than a big bus. Then four small cars will, each car will consume less fuel as compared to bus. The beauty is, since they are four small car, if one person has to go, only one car will be used, less fuel. So you're resource efficient, something like that. So that's how now all softwares are designed in a component driven fashion, wherein you write small piece of code which is reusable basically and can be used on need basis. So you don't have very hi-fi servers required to run your application, something like that. So JBoss used to be pretty old, where most banking old reliable application used to work. But now small micro servers, microservices from Python and Go are there. We'll understand that concept later. So we are just following this wizard, and this wizard will help us to write a program, create a project basically. So you go create project from templates. If you want to do some templating, ready-made created, you can do that, but we'll do a fresh scratch development. So you can, this would be a project location where you want to do. This will be our home. So I'm using Linux terminals basically. I hope like we'll in one of the session we'll also cover some basic Linux commands. In interview, if they'll ask, okay, what is shell script? So instantly you should be able to recall, or if you have confidence, okay, I know batch script and shell script. How do they look? How do they work? And everything about it, and basic commands. So we'll go through it. So pretty much I have a home here, a home directory, which is so we'll do pwd. So asseem, this is my home directory. Now inside it, we are trying to, inside this location, we are trying to create a project. So we can name as Java training, for example. Java training. So project name and project location can be the same or different. They are independent though, right? So we just for your fundamentals, I'll just trying to name it differently. training training folder. So we'll just call the project location is this and name of the project is Java training. Now we'll try to open this. This directory does not exist. Do you want to create something like that? You'll say okay, create it. So this guy has created the directory. Now this side comes up with the project structure. So we have a source, src source. So just to create one file, we will go and say, okay, new, what you want to create a Java class file. What do you want to name? So usually people start with hello world as the very basic example. So we'll do hello world, hello world. So this creates a file here for us, which is called as hello world, hello world.java. You see here. So as we'll move ahead in Java, you have packages, and then you have methods, functions, and then you have some identifiers, keywords. There is some basic stuff. So we'll cover that basic stuff, and you guys can take note. If you have some questions, you can ask. So let's say for you guys already know something and you have some doubts, you can ask in that session. That would make it more clear. But any file, if you have to run it, so if I want to run it, I cannot run it. Why? Because it does not have the starting point, which is public static void main function. So if you have a big house but you have to have an entrance door, right? If you don't have the door, how would you go in? So this is like Java program. So from where the control will flow in, it has to has an entry point for any app, right? So so there are some standards defined by different programming languages. How we'll start that? So we'll say public static void main. So in interview, or to understand Java properly, each word has a meaning. So if you understand this, of course you have good fundamentals. If you don't understand and do it and move ahead, that's fine too. Without understanding, this program will not stop to run, it will run, but you will not understand. So we'll try to cover them since we have limited time. So we'll try to cover them, a basic understanding, and then you guys can go ahead, read, or come back later on with whatever is the questions or doubts you come up, or the research point which you learned, you can share with the team. It's a small team, right? So we'll just call it as a team, not as a class. We are team, right? So public static void main. Now if you want to run, it shows this run stuff. But as soon as you comment this, so these editors and these compilers, they are smart enough, right? So it won't show you run option. So first time when I was running Java program, I was struggling that there is some problem with my editor. It does not show run. What happened? And I got panicked basically. Then after a while, I thought in some files it shows, in some file it doesn't. Then my friend told me that when main entrance point is there, then only you will see run. Otherwise, it cannot run without a main. So what you would run? So this is your class. Inside the class, there will be several methods. Now inside each method, you have to. There is called as a chain reaction. So we'll chaining the method. One function will call another function. So what is a function? All that we'll just go basic bare bone concept. What is the difference between the function parameter and function argument? Very common interview question, and most of the people do mistake in that. Even 5 year 6 year experience people, they technically doesn't know what it is. So we'll go through that as well, and you guys, if you want, you can write notes. So what we are going to do here is we'll just do system dot out dot println, and we are a awesome batch. Now just run it. So as soon as you run, you will see the console and you will see the output. So we'll go with looping, we'll go with basic control flows also, and then we'll proceed little by little, and then we'll come to the advanced program. For that, we also need little bit of Git and everything. So guys, this is pretty much it. Sorry I took 2 minutes over because we also started little bit late. I will send you the link for another what it is called session. What day is today? It's Thursday, right? Yeah. So now we'll have session probably Sunday noon or Monday, because this weekend I have something to set up some training material and some other stuff. So probably we will be meeting on Monday evening 7:30 to 8:30, and then we will start the rhythm. From Monday onwards our proper training will get started. But in case if I happen to get time on Sunday, some if, then I'll update you. So for now, the final is Monday 7:30. So please log on in time. Mohan joined 2 minutes before. I also was there, of course. So just please, everybody try to join on time, and come up with your questions, come up with your expectations, what framework, everything. So we'll write it down, we'll discuss initially, and then we will shape up our next 30 sessions, what we can accomplish.
Yeah, hi G. Could you please share the course contents?
So course content, we, there are different people. So Mohan probably might want to learn Hibernate and Spring. You guys might want to learn something else. So I can design the course contents according to you, but according to the batch basically, which suits all of us best. But what I, at very high level, what I have is something here. We'll have control flows, multi-threadings, and then we'll also have Scrum process, how it works, Linux. We'll have introductory Git. We also have to work on Git. We have to work on design patterns and Spring and Hibernate high level. We'll also cover cloud computing. So there is a lot of stuff, but please do not restrict yourself to whatever is the course content. I would say whatever you have questions, whatever, just come up with that. We'll make projects, and we'll move session by session. This is not a textbook training where okay, my textbook, these chapters are over and I learned everything. No. So we'll learn each session. I'll let you know what next section we want to try and learn and to accomplish, and what projects we'll get, homeworks we'll get.
Yeah, coming to UI part, may I know what all stuff you will be covering?
So what do you want to learn? I'll just ask you.
Yeah, actually, like we want to learn front-end and back-end technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Angular, and Node.
So look, I can teach you Node easily. I can teach you everything basically, but we have time, limited time. So we'll try to do best possible. So I'll help you to create one project on Node application, which will have HTML, CSS, and JavaScript with probably Angular. Would that work?
Yeah, like, but the thing is, like, what we had thought was our primary intention was to move into UI side, uh, but as there is rapid demand and rapid growth for full stack, we were into these. After seeing your course content, it seems like pure, like, uh, yeah, like a Java developer content, like, for my knowledge.
Okay, so what your organizers have asked me is they want to train you primarily in Java as a language, and then they want to give you the exposure of full stack training. So full stack means we will cover Node, we will cover Angular, HTML, and CSS. Plus in the backend we will cover MongoDB as a database. So full stack means you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to
yeah.
understand
Actually,
database, you have to understand UI, and you have to understand the middleware. Now middleware can be written in
yeah,
Java, can be written in anything. Now there are different frameworks. So Mohan wants to go for Java related frameworks, like let's say Hibernate with Spring UI or something. You wants to go with Angular or the full stack, mean stack, probably something like that. So we will just plan and then we'll learn. And of course, you can try whatever other things on your own, and we can discuss here those things as
yeah. Actually, that is what they said was, like covering part of Java and what all web technologies you have discussed, and Mongo. What,
well.
like they said, all those technologies.
Right, right. We will cover all those. Now in Java, so let's say if we have 30 sessions, I'm just giving you an example. So we will dedicate two
Okay.
sessions for Git, 3 to 4 sessions on MongoDB, 2 to 3 sessions on Angular, 2 to 3 sessions on Node.js. But Java will take 5 to 7 sessions basically. So we'll do it incremental because Java
Okay.
has more weightage. So 30% would be probably Java as a programming language, and rest all we will cover all other things, right? So in
So
these
yeah, means you'll
six,
be
seven,
covering all those web technologies, right?
right, right, we have to. So JavaScript, we will have 3 4 sessions. We will also learn about what a closure program in JavaScript has. There is a lot to learn in JavaScript basically, and it's the UI is entire JavaScript, right? So we'll go through JavaScript heavily as a full stack training, but the base would be initial base would be Java. So whatever next session I'm going to take will so you guys have GitHub accounts or not? Yes or no?
Yeah, we have one, but that is of our college one.
Okay, so you can first thing once you ask for a job, they will search you on GitHub and they'll see your code and coding style. Based on that, they'll offer compensation. So we will create our GitHub repository and make it active. So you can daily whatever assignments we learn, you will do the practice and you will submit there. I can pull up the code and see it on GitHub. So our
Yeah.
so Monday session we are going to cover GitHub. First, let's cover GitHub. Inside GitHub, we will start writing our Java programs, our Node, Angular, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, whatever you guys want. We'll go ahead like that. Fine. And then fork the
Yeah. Okay.
JavaScript and fork. I'll let you know what forking actually is. So you can go and fork out these design patterns and run these programs on your local box, Eclipse, NetBeans, wherever you want. That would help you. Right. And I'll also tell you to fork one more repository of mean stack, wherein you can connect MongoDB and do entire stuff, whatever we are going to learn in full stack. That would also help you.
Yeah.
Right. And then I'll also
Thank
encourage
you.
you to do MongoDB or Angular JS certification from somewhere. But that would be at the end of our 30 sessions. Probably it will take a month or month and a half, whatever. Then I'll guide you after you're trained, well trained enough to go for professional certification that would add value to your resume. Something like that. Okay, guys. So thanks for your time. I will email you my these links basically, and I expect that you guys will do some learning on GitHub. So once we will start our Monday session, we would be creating one Git repository, committing some small changes and pushing it, and learning all the concept of Git fetch, Git pull, Git push, and what are merge conflict, how code is collaborated among multiple team members. Wherever you will work, you have to have recent technology. Latest is GitHub. Non-standard technology could be anything. I don't know, people still email and collaborate or exchange the code, which is like very non-professional way. We'll not do that, of course, for sure, that you guys are emailing me assignments and all that. So you have to put your code in GitHub. I'll pull it and I'll review that. Wherever is the mistake, I can correct it or something like that. We'll go with that. Fine. Any questions before we end? Spurti, Mohan, or Harsha?
No, I'm good.
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, guys. Then see you on Monday. Thanks. I'm recording this.